Hold on. Peligro, 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 peligro. It's Lil Long. Thank you to the Midwest Takeoff. Tonight we perform Peligro. Hold on. Peligro, 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 peligro. Pa'l que no me conoce, mi nombre es Joelito. A veces no pienso y caigo yo en peligro. Le oro a Dios que mi alma no persiga. Desde que soy menor yo represento mi vida. I got the weight of the world on my shoulders. I hope I hold up. I had my brother right here by my side in a whip and he talked about us getting older. He said it's closer, cause the people I love getting killed back to back, this shit torture. He said he told us that it like moving fast and he went by the last, now it's over. I got the weight of the world on my shoulders. Say I got the weight of the world on my shoulders. Say I got the weight of the world on my shoulders. Say yo tengo el peso del mundo en mis hombros y yo tengo el peso del mundo en mis hombros y yo tengo el peso del mundo en mis hombros y yo. Who do I run to when I don't have nowhere else to go? My people let me out to die, hurt the most, now my heart is stone. You are my escape. If I give you this hard cold rock, tell me what is your exchange? Imagínate la vida mía, going from pain one day to todos los días. Una sonrisa, what I give them if they ask me what's wrong? I could never ever let them see me torn. El pana mío cayó, yo bebé sin beber ron. Dije que iba a cambiar, pero yo sigo en la misma misión. Mami lloraba en casa y yo voy joseando buscándome coin. Fuego tengo en el pecho, yo voy directo pa' encima del mundo. Me hice frío, sin abrigo, aprendí a confiar en nobody, don't wanna near me. Porque el que dice te ama don't mean it. Cause I got the weight of the world on my shoulders. Say I got the weight of the world on my shoulders. Say I got the weight of the world on my shoulders. Say
Welcome back to the Midwest Takeoff, the award-winning platform where rising stars turn elevation into legacy. Today, we've got a special guest whose name is buzzing from the Dominican Republic all the way to Cleveland, Ohio. He's not just spitting bars, he's building an empire. From BossMade Streetwear to BossMade Sounds, his grind speaks for itself. He's the definition of bilingual brilliance, a Dominican artist who moves between Spanish and English effortlessly, creating a sound that's global, but still grounded in real life and raw energy. You've seen the name BossMade Joel, but now the world is starting to know him as Lil Long, the voice, the brand, the mindset. So buckle up, Midwest, because when he speaks, it's power, passion, and purpose. This is Lil Long, and tonight, we're taking off.
What's up, my boy?
What's going on? That's a crazy intro. That's amazing.
Yeah.
How that make you feel?
Like a king.
Hey, as you should, right?
Yeah.
So, just to jump into everything, what is it like transitioning from Spanish music to hip hop and mixing the two together?
It's definitely different. Coming from where we come from, the roots and like the music just sounds different. The sounds and kind of like the cadences and the melodies. I say it's pretty simple, it's just different stuff with pronunciation and stuff like that. We got kind of like accents and stuff, so when we try to rap English, sometimes you guys have a hard time understanding what we're saying, you know what I mean? But it's pretty, other than that, it's pretty simple, it's pretty cool. It's definitely a task. It's fun though, it's fun.
That's dope, I got a question though, I want to kind of backtrack a little bit. For people that don't know you, tell everybody like where you from, like where you grew up, how you was able to, bring your culture into the Midwest.
All right. Well, I grew up in Dominican Republic as well as in a lot of different places in the United States of America. I moved a lot, from Philly to Florida to Columbus to Arizona to, I was on the move a lot. My mom was on the move, so I mean, I went to school in Dominican Republic, and kind of that's just how I kind of got my thing, just having to meet a lot of people. So I kind of grew up knowing a lot of kids. Just having to move from different middle schools and going to different places. So I'm the first generation kind of family member that came and was even able to go to school here in America. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like a thing for people. They usually like get pregnant in our country and then send the kids out here while the mom's pregnant, and then have the kid out here. And then kind of get the citizenship and do all that stuff. Yeah. You rock it. And then have the kids go to school. But we're kind of like the first, you know what I'm saying? I am the first generation to come and kind of be here and make it happen here for real.
That's what's up.
That's dope. You had talked about how you pronunciate things different than us. And I was just, walking around shopping and listening to people talk and just realizing how growing up, I used to always think that, like, everybody's accent was different until I realized that everybody else's accent was so much more similar than how we talk. Mm-hmm. And so I felt like we were like the eyeballs. Like, I don't know, that was just weird because, like, I feel like if you go, to a different country and you talk, like, they're going to be like, oh, you talk with an accent, but it's going to be easier for someone who else is foreign to go to another country and them, like, have a better understanding, them to be able to adapt to that language and understand what's going on. Like, I feel like we have a real bad deficit if that, like, when it comes to
for English?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, everywhere you go, you got South, you got the East, the West, you like all the different accents and the lingo that we have here.
I mean, just going out of the country, going to somewhere else, though, like, because the English language is, like, for example, you go to Maryland, they talk, I could never unhear this.
Go ahead.
I could never unhear this. They talk like they're from Britain, but broken.
Hello.
Like anybody in the DMV area, that's what they sound like.
Yeah.
But, so, like, besides them, but, like, if we go to, like, any Hispanic country, it's hard for us to, like, interact.
Yeah.
Versus going, like, somebody who's Hispanic going to Asian country or Southeast Asian country and trying to interact, like, they have a better, like, understanding because their universal language is, like, more common between each other than, like, English.
Yeah.
So, like, when we try to understand him, it's hard because we speak, like, so proper and so broad versus them, which is, like, this is what this is.
Oh, like, far as, like, this is the whole Spanish language.
There's, like,
so
3 different words in America for this.
Yeah.
Like, 3 different meanings for the same word.
Yeah.
When you out there, do everybody sound the same or they dialects is different like ours?
Oh, everybody's is different.
If you're saying generally on the Spanish, it's different everywhere. So English is just like Spanish, you know what I mean? So you got the Spain people that speak it proper, then you got other Puerto Ricans that might speak it broken, but it's a little proper. Then you got Dominicans that's a little bit more ghetto and chopped like Cubans, and they say it like real, like their words, they don't even finish the sentence or finish the, you know what I'm saying? So it is, everybody speaks Spanish, but not the same way.
But y'all can all understand each other.
But we still understand, and you will also know where they come from, just like you would if you hear somebody talk like from Texas. You're like, he's from the South. Or we'll be like, no, he's Mexican or he's Salvadorian. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
What would you say? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, my bad. So when you write, do you write in Spanish and translate it, or do you write in English and translate it?
No, I just see with that. It just depends on like the.
He said, no, I ain't doing all that.
Yeah, no, it just depends on what I'm aiming for there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, or how it comes out. If it sounds like there's a melody, cause Spanish and English music sound fun. I don't know, it just sounds different.
Yeah.
So if I hear something that I'm like, it needs a Spanish word or it needs a Spanish verse, then I'll just start going with it. You know what I mean, like that. But I don't.
So you use your ears.
Yeah, I don't translate most of the time. I just go with it. Just, you know what I mean.
But how do y'all keep that same cadence when the words are different when you're rapping? So
like when
you say something in Spanish, which is more like a sentence compared to we say one word. So how do you keep the same cadence on the beat when you're doing it in your native language?
Yeah. That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know. So everything is vowels. That was like a very musical question. I like that question. So everything is like vowels. So I don't know. It's like it is different. The pronunciation is different. You can't hit it in Spanish the same way you can hit it in English.
Right.
Like the continuation, because some words are, let's say, 2-syllable or two. You know what I mean? So you would have to say something after or before you say something else. If not, it won't sound right. Maybe in English you can, so you could chop it different. But the sounds are all the same. The O's and the A's and the I's and the E's. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And all that's any language. That's I mean, well, Spanish and English because we've all got the same alphabet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. You know who
said that? Designer. When he said to make a hit song, go with the AEIOUs, go with the vowels, and he said you can always create a hit song off of the word, the sound of A, you know, and he like you can make a hit sound off of that, and that's how he made Panda, and that just reminded me of that right there.
Interesting.
Okay. That's dope. So you're very broadened. Like your horizon is broadened. Like you've experienced different sounds from different places.
Yeah,
all
definitely.
over. That's dope. Because I feel like that experience itself makes you a better artist, because you can tap into certain sounds that the average person that isn't well traveled, you know, you can hear certain things that other people can't catch. You know what I mean? So that's dope.
Yeah, that is dope. But like even with that broadness, how do you like? What are the differences between like the Dominican Republic and their culture and like what you see in the U.S. and how pretty much like our culture is, and how do you use those differences in your music as far as like what you rap about? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I get my like. That was a tricky question. I don't know. So like Spanish, anybody who makes Spanish music, everything is like, so Spanish is the love language, period, in the world.
Okay.
So like anybody who does any type of salsa, bachata, merengue, like if you listen to those people, they're talking about broken hearts. Every person, every single guy, and even though they're dancing, it's like everybody's dancing to heartbroken music.
That sounds
So
like
in English,
country a little bit.
yeah. So in English, they don't do that as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe country would
Country
be something
music's-
like that, and
is
they
a lot
have
of
a.
broken heart music.
But to have a high tempo
Yeah, it's a
dancing,
high tempo, yeah.
you know what I'm saying, into something where somebody's heartbroken. It's like it's weird. It's kind of like
it's interesting.
Yeah,
It's
a
a
vice
vice
Like
versa.
oxymoron,
See, 'cause-
like
you know what I
you'd
mean?
assume it's gonna be
And
slower
they be close
because
dancing.
Cause they
bachata.
be, you know, all these
You know what I'm
dances and
saying?
you moving, and we don't know the lyrics, so we going off the beat, you know, cause we don't understand it. But y'all understand it, and they singing a heartbreak song.
Yeah, they're never talking about like trapping and those type of musics or like killing, definitely not killing or.
Yeah.
or
Oh no, y'all
Nothing
stick together like
violent.
crazy.
You know, it's always love. It's always it's always love. It's always like this type of perspective of love. Either it's
more and
I'm in love or I got my heart broken
Right.
or I'm, you know, so all that, just kind of seeing that. I say so. I take the passion, in the love kind of and bring it here, and here's a little bit more like people here have like no hope. You know, so people in our country are very like they got faith.
Y'all hear that in America? We got to get
No
some
offense, no offense. Yeah,
No,
no
but
offense,
it's the
no
truth, because
offense.
I mean,
People
feel
here are
like-
very
I
realistic.
feel like
yeah.
but I think
Very
that's
forward, and it helps some people. This is the richest country. You know, if you look at the people,
Yeah.
it can help somebody become more, because they're very realistic here. Like really, just like.
I feel like the values are different.
definitely.
Family values, love values,
Yes.
relational values here
Yes.
in America are different than, you know, where you're from. Because, you know, it's a lot of times it's every man for themselves. Everybody like, fuck
Yeah,
this shit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, gang, what's good? We about to go terrorize this. You know what I mean? Like, this
Yeah.
is.
The
But
way
it's
the way
like-
the world is right now,
But
in different cultures.
in different cultures, they sing
It's more
about
unified.
love, but I feel like they're very faith based in general. So I think that's where that comes from, right? Where it's like here in the States, it's like everybody everywhere. Oh, I'm atheist. Oh, I believe in, you know,
This, that, and the
God.
third.
I believe
Yeah.
in Jehovah. I'm a Jehovah Witness. I don't know. It's just a whole bunch of skewed, you know. So our faith is not really strong here.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
But we're the melting pot, remember?
So, how long have you been in Cleveland so far?
Since I've been in and out of Cleveland, probably since like 6th grade,
Oh, so back and forth.
back and forth. So going to school here or going to school there. Like I even went to high school in Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
So then there's just different periods. Like, but then I still went to high school here.
So when you go out there and you went to high school there, everybody spoke Spanish, and like
Yeah,
you
that
know
was
how
a-
you had an extra curriculum class where you got to learn English.
Yep,
Is
just
that
like
how that
that.
was?
Mhm.
It was just in reverse.
Even in middle school, when I went to
That's
school, it's a full
interesting.
Spanish
You take
school,
that
but
class at
we
Ace
take
then, huh?
English school. Yeah, we take English class.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
real.
so interesting.
That's dope.
How hard is it to learn English?
If you know
I really
Spanish,
wanna
it's difficult. Like if you already know, if you don't know no English, it's difficult. Like you know that
They
we
say
got.
our language is the hardest language
Yeah,
to
it's
learn.
difficult if you don't
for
know
real?
it. Yeah,
Yes.
if you don't know it,
We
it's just like
have
Spanish to you guys.
3-4 meanings for one word.
That's true. That is
That's
true.
very.
Our
and-
language has
you know
been
what I mean?
stolen. I ain't gonna say who stole it or where they stole it from, but you know,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, this dude
Yeah.
funny because like that's a whole nother chapter. But with yeah, because he just I mean
Close that door.
yeah.
Let's just
So top 5 dead or alive. What you got? Who you
go
got?
to the next.
Top 5 dead or alive.
What is it?
Music.
Art, yeah,
Music, your music artist.
Yeah.
It don't have to be Spanish or nothing.
Okay.
Who do you
Right.
like? Your top 5?
Your top 5
This
musical
is for the
artists.
listeners. Okay, they want to know.
I
No
mean,
specific order.
yeah, we go Drake, Bruno Mars,
But he started with, he said.
Akon.
Okay.
It kind of
My top 5.
that's 3. You got 2 more.
Romeo Santos, yeah, whatever, Dominican. And then you could throw Masego in there. Yeah.
Ah.
Masego.
Masego?
That's a good one.
Oh, you okay? So you out there with the music? Okay, you got different
Real
realms of
verse,
it.
yeah.
So do you create your own beats too?
No, but no. So I can produce. So let's just say that.
So you
know
got
what
the
I'm saying?
skill, but you don't
Yeah.
really.
And I gotta throw an extra credit, Miguel.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Miguel, for sure.
Extra credit. That's my extra credit.
And didn't he just drop an album?
Did he?
I think so.
I don't know, but he's one of my favorite artists too.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, he's
Miguel
yeah,
is
he,
definitely up there.
yeah, top 5, top guy.
Okay, that's a solid top 5 and a very versatile top 5.
I was just dwelling in the music part. I'm sorry. I got lost in like thinking about like
Who's
the-
your top 5?
not even just but like the artists that he listed and like just like their music and like you know what
And
I'm
they're
saying?
What
so
they
Like,
different
give
from each
him.
other.
and yeah, and you know what I'm saying? Like just now I'm like indulging and like thinking about like, okay, now I wanna like go back and listen to your music and listen to it differently because like you know what I'm saying?
'Cause
And
those
so
are your-
Yeah, I played it on the way
and
here.
so like that's what I'm saying. So that's where my mind went and I just had to sit there and like I was like, oh, let me come back to like being right here. But that's very like interesting. Okay.
Thank you.
Takes you, it makes you, gives you a little more personable value. Because, like, I feel like people buy into your art
Yep.
when they buy into you first,
So how did you come up with your name, your stage name?
Oh, Lalong. That's very cool. So that was my childhood nickname. So the LOLON, like my mom and them, they always call me that from Dominican Republic. So all my cousins, all my family already call me Lalong. But like the one of one, I don't know. So my brand was already being me. So it's just about being me, being authentic. And then there's branches of that, which is BossMade and become more educated. Brilliant minds excel, and it just continues to get deeper as a brand. But I feel everything that I'm doing is about being authentic, you know what I'm saying? So one of one was kind of like that. I ended up praying. The real story was I asked my sister, I wanted to change my name from BossMade Joe. I seen BossMade D-Lo. I'm in prison at the time, and people was talking about him. He was you know what I'm saying? And I'm listening to his name. I ain't like it. I ain't like that my name was close to his name, even though it had nothing to do with him. And his music was cool. Shout out to God, you feel me? But his name was close to mine. And I'm like, damn, BossMade D-Lo, I'm like, BossMade Joe. I'm like, no, I can't do it. And it's not authentic enough for what I'm trying to create. So I said and I prayed on it, and I woke up one morning, and then my bunk number was B101. You know what I'm saying? It was just cycle. It was like a crazy sign from God, and I seen the B101, and I ended up just being like, I'm going with it. And I asked my sister, and she was like, yeah, do it. And I put the accent on it like I would, and it was perfect. It was like one of one when you read it, but it's not. It's a little long, and it's.
Yeah, I asked you before the show,
yeah.
like, how you say that,
dope.
because it's one, then it's like an O, then like how it spells. So you also, far as like your bio and everything like that. So you got the flag next to a dinosaur. Explain that, because what is that?
So the dinosaur, that's just what my thing is. Like I got a dino mind, so just breaking the dinosaur mentality, and that's just kind of like what we got. Like we always feel like things won't change, it won't end, or you know what I'm saying. It's kind of this thing of thinking like, you know what I mean, and also the extinction of this. Like I feel like nobody ever be made like us. I feel like we're all dinosaurs, in all different type of shapes and forms. And I feel like we all gonna go extinct, and there'll never be nobody like you. And that's what I mean by being authentic and
We
being
definitely
this,
all one on one.
being this dinosaur. And then it just gets deeper with the mentality and our community and stuff like that.
Okay. So how do you incorporate your streetwear brand into like your visuals and live shows?
That's good. When the product is going well and it's actually coming in, I usually just try to use it as much as I can. If I can't wear it in like a a performance or have other different artists that I got in, you know what I'm saying, in my city that can kind of wear it and not me wearing it out in that specific way. But I've done it, like in my last video, Hard Disclosure, I kind of wore it and just wrapped up different hoodies and kind of did this visual from Lil Yachty kind of like thing and used the hoodies and that. So I've done it a couple times, definitely, just kind of sneaky if a person really watches the videos.
You touched on your name, right? As far as like Bossman D-Lo, then you got your name Bossman, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna change it to Lo Long. But you know, you got the Little Yachty's, Little Wayne's, Little everybody. So you know what I'm saying? But then you also got the Ice T's, the Ice Cubes, and then you got Baby, the Baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanted to change it just to stand out, or you didn't want to sound the same? Or like, I just wanted to like touch on that because there's a lot of people with the first little in their title. You know what I'm saying? But it will be only 2 people with Bossman in it.
Yeah. No, it's just anything. I don't want nobody to have no, like in the whole world, you know. I would have changed it if anybody had it. Like, I just don't want nobody to do what I'm doing. So as soon as I feel like it's happening like that, I just change the different direction. I just want to do my own thing, stand out. And then if I inspire others to do it like that, then yeah, I salute that and I support that as well. But I don't want to do it, you know. I just want to be in my own section, you know, kind of.
What was the song that you would say put you on the map?
I mean, I would say it was House on the Lake when I kind of first started, but it's not. It was Tools with Rose Camp in my city, cause he was the biggest artist in my city to me, still in the rap scene and in the this my brother in the drill scene and what was going on and that was like my first record or like my second song ever, and then it was with him and he was already that guy in the city.
You want to spit a verse for us on it? Like spit a bar for?
No, it was a tool. It was like, I feel in love with my tool. You feeling down with me too. You know what I'm saying? But it was just speaking about in a sense of, you know what I mean, mechanic stuff. So we shot like a video and it was very, very cool. We went to New York and shot it with a different person. I think that one had the city kind of knowing. I've been to shows in the city and people kind of know that song on some weird little stuff. And I'm like, oh man, they kind of know that song.
On some weird stuff. I mean, people are watching,
you know what I mean?
You know?
So that, I would say that song helped definitely for the city.
And I'm sure, like, with you going back from city to city, back and forth from Cleveland to the DR and things like that, how do you network? Are you always networking to meet new people or to meet new artists? Like, tell me about your network game and as far as how you market yourself.
That's all I do, you know what I mean? I don't got no manager or nothing like that. Not because I don't feel me can't or nothing. I like to do stuff and control it, you know what I mean? So I'm just putting my footwork down and I just see the board differently, you know what I'm saying? So I don't just network for no reason either, you know what I'm saying? So I just look at the board and see where I need to go and play it how it makes sense to me. And some people I need to connect with, so I try my hardest to do that. And as long as you got a very good product to sell, I tell anybody, you know what I mean, just speak. They can't be nervous. If the product is good, it's gonna sell. So it's just about making yourself available and being confident that you done put the work in for that to be what it is. And then once you're there, you're there, you know what I mean? And you should be able to sell it, you know what I mean? But I definitely love the network. That's my whole thing. My whole life has been built off relationships. Just being able to build and meet people. Definitely, I will say that.
Yeah, especially moving around the way you did. You have to. You know, gotta put your feet down and
get grounded everywhere.
Yeah, you know, you gotta
have some stability.
All right, so you know,
I didn't do anything. This time though, okay,
it wasn't me. I just want to say that.
Y'all funny.
So, have you ever had like a crazy experience with a fan while performing? Like, have you ever had any like? I won't say groupies. I hate that word, but you know,
somebody jumped on stage.
Man,
do they brawl at you?
What is it like being on stage and getting that experience and seeing the audience, you know, chanting this, rapping your song?
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna say I've while performing like people, but I've had like stuff where like I've had different fans tattoo my brand before.
Oh,
you know that has happened
That's
to
big.
me. People at the clubs going psycho, trying to beat the DJs up because they're not playing my music, and people just going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's
stuff
love.
like that.
That's positive. I mean, you got a good message.
Kids coming to you, messing with you. Different people want to, just. The biggest one for me now was this kid that I'm messing with, and his name's JL, and he's making music, and he told me that he never had made music until he seen me make music, and it inspired him to make music, and he's actually really good. You know what I mean? And he does this bilingual stuff that I'm doing, and it's just like to see him say that and be like so like adamant about that, like man, you know, that was like the biggest thing for me out of everything, just to see another kid find his passion, you know what I'm saying, off of something that I just found off something else, you know, and it's just passing down, you know.
So I'm glad you mentioned that, because towards like the end of our show and everything like that, we like to inspire and drop gems on the children. So if there's a kid out there, a young boy, a young little girl, or, you know, just the youth in general, you know, what is something that you can, what gems can you drop for them to follow in your footsteps?
The biggest gem, the biggest gem would be like you don't need fast money to get the job done. You know, if you a young dude and you thinking like you could do this shit with a job, bro. You could do this shit.
Yes. Thank you.
Talk to him.
You know, without taking the risk that you thinking you need to tell, like you just need direction, intent, you know, and just you gotta have a system and just kind of run that play, bro. And even if it was $50 a week or $1,000 a month, you know what I mean, it would be more than a person that's just out here moving. I'm telling you, as long as you just focus and you know on what you want, you don't need to do nothing crazy, outrageous.
So, shout out your tags and tell everybody how to follow you.
My tag, BossMade Joel, Instagram, along 1010N on all platforms. You can find me.
Well, you heard it first.
Yeah. Close it out.
I'm closing it out.
Yeah, close it out. Yeah, you said something.
Yeah,
go ahead,
brother, for last episode.
What? Oh, for missing?
Yeah.
Close it out, DJ.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's the Midwest Takeoff, and we got Lalone.
In the building.
He came and did his big one. Tune in. This episode is
Damn.
I forgot
Episode 7.
Damn. See, I missed the last one. This is episode 7. Forgive me.
Womp, womp, womp.
But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Midwest Takeoff.
Just hit that button, hit that like button, and that subscribe button.
Hey, and go download this music. We'll catch you next time. Let's take off.
Dang, it didn't work. I wanted to go in there.